Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Diana Mao, Shadow Tantrika, intuitive astrologer and lover of the unseen realms. Every new and full moon, I share a mini reading of the astrological weather. Not a full breakdown. I don't include all the planets and all the aspects, just the messages from the symbols that are speaking the loudest, that are coming through the strongest. So the really insistent ones that are demanding to be heard. So you can think of this a little bit like a pulse from the cosmos, or even a little doorway into the energies of the moment. Now, today we're going to be looking at the energies for the forthcoming Cancer full moon on either the 2nd or the 3rd of January, depending on your location on the planet. And before I put the chart on the screen and we dive a little deeper into what's going on, I'll give you a heads up and just say that this month the energies feel very much like decision making and a need to make commitments, need to make decisions. It feels like a month where what you choose becomes real. And the Cancer full moon is basically asking us what is what you're building in alignment with what's in your heart, with your emotional body, or is it in alignment with a part of you that learned to function without it? Now, for some of you, these messages may feel more personally relevant than for others. And this, of course, depends on how the configurations are interacting with your personal chart and your personal blueprint. Having said that, as we know, we're all in this together. So on some level, the collective themes are going to be playing out for all of us. Now, if you like this content, then please do let me know. Give me a thumbs up, write me a message. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified when the next readings come out. It's completely free and it really supports the channel. So with all of this said, then let's dive in and cross the threshold. Welcome to the ethers. So as we can see here, we have the full moon in Cancer, opposing the sun as it always does on a full moon, and the sun is in its opposite sign, the opposite sign to Cancer, which is Capricorn. And as we can see here, there's a lot happening over on this side of the axis. We have a powerful stellium in Capricorn over here. We've got Mercury, we've got Juno, Venus, Mars, the Sun, Vesta, and they're all gathered together here, focused, determined, strategic, this classic Capricorn energy. This is about planning, structuring, deciding, committing, building, organizing your life, your work, your next chapter. Because Capricorn builds. This is what the energy loves to do. It wants to get things done. It's goal oriented. It wants long-term success. It wants clarity. It wants direction, momentum. But then the moon over in Cancer, which is her home sign, she's very at home, very happy in Cancer. She's here rising full beam across the sky and effectively opposing this energy. And what this full moon is asking, before you commit, before you build, is this aligned with your heart? You do not get to build anything now unless your inner world is fully in agreement. This is no longer about the 9 to 5 rhythm, not about a plan, execute, produce way of being. That's so very old paradigm now. This is about a more feminine way of leadership that's leading from intuition, cycles, emotion, sensitivity, instinct, the wisdom of the womb. And there was actually a quote that I restacked on Substack just a couple of weeks ago that I just wrote down again now to read to you on this. And it said, 20th century leadership evolved in environments that required predictability, linear growth, and command and control energies. That world is gone. Thank you so much for that, Miss Valentina from the Diary of a Sex Witch. And it's true, that world is gone. And humanity is being asked to step up to create the new one. So this full moon is, or potentially could be, your heart interrupting a plan. And it's not to scupper you, it's not to be annoying or anything like that. It's to make sure that you're moving from the right place, from a place of authenticity, instead of the old obligation story or from the old performance conditioning, from the old Capricorn pattern of overfunctioning. So here the moon is shining a light on what you're building and saying, is the structure, is what you're building, is it serving your soul? Or are you still being a slave to the structure? And this is where things get really beautiful because as we can see here, the full moon is conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. And the moon is at home in Cancer, it's in domicile, and Jupiter is actually exalted in Cancer. So this conjunction, this placement, the moon conjunct Jupiter in Cancer is very benefic, very serendipitous. So as I already said, Cancer and the moon is the deep intuitive feminine. It's our emotional body, our instinctual body, our inner felt wisdom. And it's also our connection to the home, the past, our family, particularly the mother, our ancestral lineage. And Jupiter, meanwhile, Jupiter expands everything it touches. So this is an energy of emotional amplification. It's a swell of intuition, perhaps some ancestral messages that might come through, some sudden body felt alignment, like, those inner callings that just swell from the body, like a deep knowing that rises that you just can't ignore anymore. It's potentially a truth that your body has known for a long time, and now it's making itself known without any holds, without any limitations on it. So there could be also some clarity, some very defined clarity around what you're meant to be bringing into this world. Because one of the things that Jupiter rules is purpose. So this here is also purpose, a sense of deeply aligned felt purpose that's returning to the body, returning back home to the body. It feels like a call to let go of everything that you've ever been taught. So let go of everything that you've ever been taught by the systems, authority structures, hierarchies, institutions, academia, Capricorn rules, all of these patriarchal institutions. So this is what this opposition feels like in part, a call to come back from those old institutional based teachings and come back instead to your inner world, your embodiment, your inner felt wisdom that's never left you, that's your divine right. It's you. And it's a call to come back and move from this space within and create from this space. And the structure that you build outside must first exist within you. And of course, when it does exist within you, when you fully embody who you are, then it can't fail to be built on the outside because as the esoteric wisdoms teach us, as within, as without, life is a mirror for your internal world. And you can't create a world outside of yourself that you hope to step into once you have accomplished it. First, you have to become it. So this is the invitation for us here for this Cancer full moon. Now, back to Capricorn for a second, because, this is not normal. This stellium is pretty intense. We have all of these planets here. It feels like a committee meeting inside you. Mercury is asking for the plan. Venus checking the values, Mars. Mars is pushing the drive. Sun is asking for purpose. Juno, Juno questioning the agreements. Is this fair? Vesta asking what you're devoted to. Yeah, Capricorn is asking, okay, right. All of these bodies are here in the committee meeting is asking, what are we committing to? What's going on here? What wants to be created? And the Cancer moon is answering, what wants to be created is something real. Has to be nourishing, has to feel good. So yes, this full moon very much feels like a commitment audit and a real invitation to be very clear with ourselves and ask yourself, are you choosing this because it's true or because it's expected somehow? Are you building from a calling or is it coming from an old identity, a need for validation? Are you devoted or are you sacrificing yourself? We've been trained to over-identify with duty, haven't we? With responsibility, with over-functioning, all of this old paradigm, all of this old paradigm stuff. But Cancer is now demanding equal authority. So this isn't about rejecting Capricorn. We still need its medicine. The gift of Capricorn is the ability to put things in motion strategically and diligently. Capricorn's the executive CEO of the zodiac. It's the father of the zodiac. We still need this. We absolutely need this. However, Capricorn must now serve something much deeper, something more ancient. It's here to serve the vision of the mother. Cancer's the mother. It's not here to serve itself and its own goals, its own ideology. Cancer rules the great mother, as I just said, rules the womb, the ancient womb, the ancient wisdom of the womb within. So if Capricorn is the construction, then Cancer is the call. If Capricorn is the plan, then the Cancer is the heartbeat underneath it. So the heart has to lead. The heart leads, and then the strategy follows. And this is how polarity resolves. Cancer teaches us to lead from the heart, the intuition. It teaches us how to be pulled by something that perhaps you can't see because it's an energy, right? It's a vibration. And because this is an opposition, there may well be tension. And you may experience your intuition as scuppering your plans and challenging them. You may find this a little bit confronting because, of course, it's not so easy to have your grand plans challenged. The body may say, no, I don't care what what you've got going on. Not like this, not this. There's a wiser way. There's a better way. You're pushing too hard. So it's very important that you don't dismiss your intuition or try and override it or even label it as a block. This is part of the process. This is part of the whole process of integrating this access. So any doubts that might come through, just really sit with them, really sit and feel everything that's alive in you as this full moon brings this axis up to be looked at and to be integrated. Remember, it's not sabotage, it's the integration. It's the integration of this axis at its highest octave. And this is how we bring together the polarities, collapse dualities, how we unify the opposites And that's how we get that high-powered heart, which then plugs right into the heart of divine consciousness. So, yes, take note of where your system is coming online now to correct any overzealous Capricorn impulses because, yeah, as we know, we've been conditioned to really overemphasize this Capricorn side of the axis and not pay any attention whatsoever to Cancer over here. But this full moon is definitely the heart check for the whole month's ambitions. And on that note, this feels pertinent. Vesta now coming up to the very end of Capricorn, and she's effectively completing a cycle of intense focus and devotion to the craft, to whatever you're working on, your discipline. So Capricorn, Vesta in Capricorn is about devotion to mastery and integrity and real duty. And as she'll be coming up to the end of Capricorn, she'll be tying everything up here. And when she shifts into Aquarius, then this is going to become all about broadcast of that inner flame outward and offering the sacred work, what you've been working on, to the wider world. So this will be when she wants to open this fire to the collective, to innovate and to share whatever you've been cultivating privately. So it feels here that soon enough, a chapter of real quiet devotion is ending, and what you've mastered is soon going to want to breathe. It's like a little bit like we're at the bridge between our inner mastery, what we've been cultivating, and our most sacred sanctum, and moving that out to the outer world, to outer contribution. If I distill this entire chart down to one key message, it's really this. It's check your alignment before you build, because your emotional body is giving you the real instructions. So remember everyone, your inner compass leads and Capricorn is what puts it into motion. And this combination, working with this axis in this way, you become unstoppable. So that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for traveling with me through these lunar currents. I really hope that you enjoyed this mini astral weather report. So until the next time the moon calls us again, my loves, stay open, stay brave, stay a little dangerous, and remember that the shadow always tells the truth and liberation always happens on the edge.